Previously on Football XOXO, the Reds have 4 downs to move the ball 10 yards toward the goal, or else the Blues will get the ball. A down is really just a try.
Then, if they succeed in moving the ball at least 10 yards to the 11-yard line within 4 tries, then they get another 4 downs to try for another 10 yards. Another 1st and 10.
A first down. Okay, so here's an important element we haven't touched on yet in the 10 yards, 4 downs concept, the 4th down.
The 4th down, yes.
So far, we've only really shown examples of teams successfully getting a first down.
That's because teams usually don't play the 4th down the same as the first 3 downs. The 4th down is different because it's their last chance to make the 10 yards, so something different usually happens.
Yeah. We'll explain one very common example that a team makes on the 4th down by presenting a very extreme example.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's say the Reds are on their 4th down and they're all the way on that side of the field, the wrong side.
Because the Reds are supposed to score way over there, so this is the wrong side.
And they have 25 yards to achieve their first down. They're on the 10-yard line, so they're 90 yards away from scoring.
Wow.
Right. I mean, it would be highly unlikely for the Reds to get 25 yards in one play, especially for them.
And they do have a term for this.
A failing offense. So besides getting a turnover on downs,
Losing the ball.
that puts the Blues in a really good position. Or should I say, it puts the Reds in a really bad position.
Because if the Blues get the ball here, they're only 10 yards away from scoring.
Yeah, that would be bad. So, what can the Reds do?
What can the Reds do?
Basically, the Reds can punt the ball to the Blues, giving the Blues the ball. It may seem a little counterintuitive, but when the Reds punt the ball to the Blues will catch it way down here, which is a much less favorable position on the field.
So it's like a compromise. In exchange for giving up the ball early, the Reds get a better position on the field.
Yes, and in a typical NFL football game, this happens very often.
Okay, so we know why they will punt, but what does that look like?
It looks like this. After the 3rd down, the Reds will bring their punter onto the field. To start the 4th down, they will punt from the 10-yard line to the Blues, who are ready to receive the ball. The Blues will catch the ball, and wherever they catch the ball is where the Blues start their drive.
Sidebar, 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 with Elise.
A team's drive is just the stretch of time they have possession of the ball. That's it. That's their drive. Drive forward, down the field. Their series of 1st and 10s. That's their drive.
And that was...
Sidebar, 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 with Elise.
So, we've covered what a team would do on their 4th down when they're on the wrong side of the field. But what if they're on the right side of the field?
Well, that brings us to the other common 4th down choice a team can make, to kick and attempt a field goal. They don't punt, but they kick the ball in between the goalposts. If they do so successfully, that's 3 points. And that's called a field goal attempt.
Because they kick the ball from the field through the goalposts. A field goal. A professional team who ends up within 30 yards of the end zone on the 4th down will almost always try for scoring a field goal.
So basically, if a team reaches their 4th down, they will either punt or kick. It really just depends on the situation, mostly their field possession.
Okay, so what's it like for the team that receives the ball that's just been punted to them?
So in our game, we left off with the Reds failing at getting 10 yards in 4 downs. They're too far to make a field goal attempt, so they're going to punt. If you're rooting for the Blues, you are happy that the Reds are punting. But what happens next after the ball is punted to the Blues? Here we go.
The Reds hike the ball from their line of scrimmage to the punter.
The punter.
Who is waiting about 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
The punter catches the ball, makes his 2 or 3 steps, and punts the ball.
The Blues know this is the play that's about to happen.
And their information before the play even starts. And the player who's there to catch the ball raises and waves his arm to signal a fair catch.
Sidebar, sidebar, sidebar with Elise.
A fair catch means that the receiver, the guy catching the ball, is saying, don't tackle me, I'm not gonna run the ball. To signal a fair catch, the receiver raises his arm before he catches the ball. Once the receiver raises his arm to signal a fair catch and catches the ball is dead, the play is over. That's a fair catch.
And that was...
Sidebar, sidebar, sidebar with Elise.
So at the fair catch, the Blues now have possession of the ball, and the next play would be their first down.
The line of scrimmage to start their first down is at the exact yard line where the fair catch happened. Let's watch a bit of a game and see what the team decides to do if and when they reach their fourth down.
There's still so much more to learn about American football, like
I think that we should explain the difference between kicking and punting. And finally,
1 yard is about 0.914 meters. There's more coming up on Football XOXO. Now get out there and watch some football.
understand it and conquer the world.
Where to put?